Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun.
Talk about it.
Talk about how pissed off I am.
So first I'm going to start with this. On Sunday, Steve and I, we work out, and then we go get coffee by Julia.
Yeah.
And then I get my car cleaned. I spoil my car. And so I had a beautiful car driving up to Wisconsin to the office today. And I'm going to shut my phone off 1 sec. And I park it for the day. And I come back out, and there is like eagle shit down the side of it.
Remember, what was that? We went to Florida, and it had the warning sign about the bird that was nesting up. Like, it will shit all over your car.
It was
Oh, you haven't seen my tattoo yet, Nikki? Yes.
Clopen. Yeah. No, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
That's way
perfect.
cooler than bird shit.
I was so mad. And then on the way home, it started to rain.
Oh,
so
God.
then the white bird shit was like smearing. I'm like, I was so, and of course I have a black car now.
Yeah, you know, if you leave it on there for too long, it could actually eat into the clear coat in the paint.
I can't hear you. Sorry. Do that. Say that again.
Yeah, if you leave poop on there for too long, it'll eat into the paint.
Oh,
and your paint will just eat
yeah.
off, and then you'll have like weird marks.
What the hell?
Ah,
Yeah. So
can you hear yourself, Nikki?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can hear me now.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. I was
sound
like,
delightful.
wow, she sounds really far away.
I know, why is she so far? Why did we keep her out in the car when we were recording? And I think that's with like salt and everything else
Oh,
too,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. So, little known fact about me, we
She's got
my
so many facts.
I
about
know.
herself.
ex-husband and I have a mobile detailing company out in Arizona.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we do detailing.
Well, why don't you have one here in Illinois? Hello.
Yeah, I probably should have sent you a message.
Salt and Eagles?
Yeah. I was.
You get dust, sand, maybe a Gia monster or
Yeah.
two, but not. The
Did
crap
they
that you have
stay
here.
cleaner longer in Arizona?
Oh, no.
No, because of the
No,
dust.
because the sun
Yeah.
bakes them
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
right?
And there's like no paved roads out there.
Yeah, it's all dirt.
Legit, we lived down a dirt road for 2 years, and it was impossible to keep anything clean.
Yeah.
And he was super neurotic about like tire shine and
Oh,
stuff.
sure,
gosh,
sure.
Yeah.
He
That's
was-
not doing nothing
He was
out
grumpy
there.
for 2 years in a row
Yeah.
because he couldn't keep his tires nice and shiny.
Yeah.
And then-
Yeah.
I was gonna say I
2
probably.
years in a row is a long time to be grumpy.
Yeah.
About tires.
You know, we all get that way sometimes.
I was grumpy today.
I think I
too.
get more car washes in the winter than I do in the summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In the Midwest.
Because of the salt.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you have one that you go to, like a solid one?
I
that
just
you
go to
know-
like Woodman's automatic,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah,
get a
because
car
I've
wash,
gone to
fill up
some
with gas.
crappy ones. Like I just
Yes.
spent $15 and I still have bugs on the car.
Ah,
So
yeah.
screw this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You know what? I'll tell you where there's a decent one where they actually like a person scrubs the front of your car real quick before you go through it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where
It's
that
local
one's
here.
at.
There's
Yeah.
a couple of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the one by the burger joint, kind of by where the old Cub Food used to be?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that one.
Do you? Don't tell me that's the one you went to and there's
No,
still
no,
bugs.
no,
okay,
no, no,
good.
no.
Yeah, go over
Keep
to
in
that
mind,
one.
I live like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So my
Oh.
options are super limited.
Well, see, you just got to come here more often than you can get your car washed.
Right?
Right? Just come once a month.
Just come
Nikki's
move down
back.
here.
Nikki's back. Nikki's back. Nikki's back again.
Oh.
Surprise, Nikki's here.
I'm sure she'll have plenty to talk about each time. So
I tell you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like today, me playing hooky. I mean, it's just great. Because,
That's so fun.
well, I woke up this morning, and do you ever have like a morning where you think about the work that you have to do and mentally you can't do it?
that was yesterday
like,
for
nope,
me.
Can't do it. Not
I
today.
was this close to calling off yesterday.
I just
and I was like, just get your ass up, you bitch. Go to
Well,
work.
the problem was that the issues at hand I was making into way bigger issues.
Mm.
Sure.
So I said, nah, we'll just deal with that
Yes.
some other time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm camping right now.
Mm-hmm.
I cracked open the laptop and I said, well, I'm going to look at those issues to see if they're really as bad as they are. I was done in 15 minutes.
Oh
sometimes,
my
though.
It
gosh.
was not that big of a deal.
But
That's the worst.
sometimes-
You build it up in your head, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was on my laptop, and every single time I clicked it, I was like, "What is it? Not what is going?" Like I could have thrown my laptop out at least 10 times yesterday. Today, no problems.
No problem.
Just emailing it back. Like I sent a blank email yesterday to like someone. I was like, "What happened? What did I hit on my keyboard that it hit send?" Like my cursor or something was over the send. So I'm typing away, and all of a sudden I look up, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Where did it go? It was in the send."
Invisible ink.
Yeah.
It was a mystery.
Yeah. It said hell instead of hello. Do you know what else I did today? Luckily, it was just someone I knew, but I sent a text to the VP of bakery and said that there was some bread for him. You know, I was showing bread today, and that's why I had to go up to Milwaukee. And I put the word, I thought that I put thawed and ready. And I don't know what my new phone did, but I went to go reread it on my way home today, and it said defrosted. I defrosted the bread. I mean, I know it kind of means the same, but not really.
No, I don't.
And now I'm going to think about that for the next 60 years, that I used defrosted instead of thaw.
Okay, but defrosted is better than de-thaw. Some people say de-thaw.
What does that mean?
That would be frozen. If
It's
you
redundant.
de-thaw
because it's
it,
already
right?
thawed, right?
If it's thawed and you're de-thawing it, that would mean you froze it in my grammar head.
Wait, so if it was frozen
Yeah.
and I let them sit out, what is that called?
Thawed.
I totally
Yeah.
put defrosted. What an
Well,
idiot.
defrosted too.
Kind of, but not
Yeah.
when you're talking about
Defrost you do to your windshield.
bread. Right,
or in
right.
the microwave. I think they're
I'm
Yeah.
looking through it.
setting
I'm
on the
like, you
microwave.
dummy. And then I'm like, I know I put thaw on there. I think that my new phone changed it.
It probably did.
Or
It's
or
AI.
not. It
Yeah.
could be me.
That's totally
I forgot
what
you
it
got
is.
a new phone.
I know.
What did you
messing
get?
with
You got
Besides
another
that, it was fine.
POS
Yeah,
iPhone,
stop
didn't
it.
you? Jesus. When are we going to
This
get you
Android
off of that?
USA over here. Yeah, I did. It's big and I love it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Look at people are emailing me on it. I was hoping
And
I
you
wouldn't
got
get
your
any
same
emails.
wallet case.
Yeah, I ordered a new one.
Perfect.
And then I have like where you can't see, you know, like
the privacy screen. Yeah.
Because people on planes and stuff, they like to look at all your stuff.
They do for sure.
And I
So-
like to give them a show.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not me. I have no shows.
I let them read the
have no
text that
shoes.
says, "Oh my God, the person next to me smells so bad. I want them to see that."
They're probably camping and didn't get a shower like somebody.
She showed up tonight and she was like, "Oh, well, I'm camping." I'm like, "Oh, well, do you want a shower?" She's like, I don't smell. I don't think. It's the first day.
I don't think I do. I might. Who knows?
Are you camping right over here by us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. She's
and
close.
then, are you tenting? Or
Yeah.
you got oh, you're
so
tenting.
I have my little
Okay.
coffin tent. It's about the size of a coffin.
Yeah, no, I need
it's
more than that.
Perfect for me. But so my whole thing today was that I wanted to get away from e-commerce for a day.
Yes.
I needed to unplug. No technology.
Here she is recording on the
Yeah.
podcast.
You do that technology. I'll just sit over here and look good. But so I didn't want, corporate meetings. I didn't want Slack. I didn't want my little alerts going off all day. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go zen out in the woods for a
Love
little
that.
bit, grab my bin of camping gear and go listen to some bullfrogs. And I pull up and there's a camper, I don't know, maybe 3 sites away. And I start setting up my tent. And he is outside on a Zoom call
Oh my
at
God.
the picnic table, loud as
Come
all get
on.
out.
No.
And he is talking about, mergers and profit margins, and we need to optimize and
Oh,
strategize and all
God.
this. And then he went into, okay, Peter, it's your turn to talk. He didn't have any earphones
Oh,
or anything.
come
So I had to
on.
listen to what Peter had to do.
That's such a
about
boomer move.
I mean, he was strategizing his team. And then, just he was going through all the teams. And it seemed like the more they got him upset, the louder he got.
Oh,
So I'm over there like, okay, I just wanted to be here. I wanted my Zen moment. I wanted to
Oh,
be
no.
away from all this. This is exactly what's stressing me out right now. Okay, I'm going to walk down the tiny little path, go out on the little pier, sit out in the lake with bullfrogs, just like I wanted. So I'm out there for maybe 5 minutes, and 3 young boys with fishing poles come out. Hey, watch us fish. We're gonna fish. And we're like, okay.
You're like, how'd I turn into a babysitter now?
Why am I putting worms on your hook?
Oh,
This
no.
is not my job.
Come
I don't wanna
on.
do this.
Where are your parents?
I'd be like packing everything up right back to the office. I need a different site.
I tell
please.
you, it was, I guess it'll be okay. It was just a little bumpy to begin with, but yeah, it's beautiful out there. I
Yeah.
have never been camping out there.
Yeah.
I've
it's
never
nice.
been there. Yeah.
No?
No, I've never
You
been
can
there.
you can ride trail horses and stuff over
Oh,
there
that's
too.
neat.
Yeah, there was a sign that says rent a horse. I said, what would I do with it?
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
That would be like giving
They'll
me
take
a
you out.
motorcycle.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll
somebody-
take you out. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
They would just set me
No.
loose in the wilderness with
No.
a horse.
I mean, you can
Boo.
if you know what you're doing. You can probably, but because I think a lot of people take their own horses up there too and ride.
And do you feel safe where you're camping?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I always
Besides-
ask people that because
Besides the Zoom calls.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah.
He's the one that shouldn't feel safe.
Right.
I'm about
right.
to come over that fire pit and go.
Yes. Will he be doing that all day? We don't know. You'll
We
have to
don't-
let us
yeah.
know.
Oh,
Let us know.
gosh.
So I'm going to be there until the end of the day on Thursday. And if he does start up tomorrow, we
Yes.
could just have a volume challenge.
Yeah.
There you
'Cause I've got
absolutely.
some pretty intense calls tomorrow too.
Yeah.
So if he wants to strategize and optimize, I can.
Do you think it's different taking calls outside by the bullfrogs versus inside at an office, or what do you think the difference is?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I've had this kind of nomadic life for the past 3-4 years, just working in e-commerce, and I do a lot of work out of the back of the car. So what I'll do is I'll find a really picturesque area, open the hatchback, and work off the desk back there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, you got birds chirping, you got cars driving by, just you're in a zone.
Yeah.
You feel better about things. However, like my place up in Wisconsin, my office is in a basement
Oh, yeah.
where I can't see out and it's dark.
It's fluorescent
And
lights.
Yeah, and it just seems like every single little issue that comes in is compounded by the darkness and the lack of nature and outside.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No wonder why you were feeling overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Good Lord.
yeah, it was pretty exciting. So, but you know, that's a great thing about e-commerce is it's not like you're working in a skyscraper downtown where you
Yeah.
have to go to that cube every day. You have some flexibility, you have versatility to, you know, travel around, go someplace else. If you're not really digging it, you just need the internet.
That's nice. Yeah.
And how do you get it?
So I just use the hotspot on my phone,
Yeah.
which up until now has been pretty good. There's been 2 times that it's like super important calls.
Of course.
You know, it's like the boss call. He wants to go over, you know, Q2 rocks and what you've accomplished. And I'm out in the middle of New Mexico. And oh gosh, it's the best rest area in the world. It has little, I don't know what you would call them. They're almost like huts
Oh.
that you could camp out of or
Oh,
you could
cool.
just picnic out of, and they're free and they're just really cool. And so I had in my mind, I'm just going to work out of the hut.
Sure.
0 cell phone service.
Oh no.
No, where's the closest like big city?
That's a reason they're free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was Albuquerque. And Albuquerque was 2 hours away. And I
Oh
said,
no.
this is gonna be great. And so it was like I was driving, looking at the phone, looking at the cell service. I'm like, maybe I could take this exit. And then I pulled off and was like, this is sketchy. Never mind.
Oh, gosh.
I think we're gonna have to reschedule this, you guys. I mean, I'll be here tomorrow. Just calm down.
Yeah.
But
That
yeah.
is stressful when you have to try and find Wi-Fi or whatever, and if it's not working.
Well, especially if you're a considerate soul. I mean,
Yeah.
how many times have you gone into a coffee shop or something? Someone's over there yakking on one of
Right.
their meetings. It's like,
Sure.
I don't care what you're just go
Yeah.
home, go to your office, be quiet. Please.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
is that coffee shop etiquette to be quiet? Is it like a library? I don't know.
I don't know
I'm
either.
loud anywhere I go, so I'm the one that's not realizing how loud I am.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm
I feel
curious.
like coffee shop is probably better than a library, but yes, people want to go and like have their morning coffee and read the newspaper and not
Sure.
listen to people talk about mergers and whatever,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
true,
so
true.
Somebody told me this though. They say, well, what if you meet your friend at the coffee shop and you want to talk to your friend? I mean, you're going to
Yeah,
be
but
talking
I
to
feel like
them.
that's more of a hush.
yeah.
it's a little bit
You're
muted.
face to face.
Sure.
You don't have to pronunciate so loud to make sure can everybody hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
We can't see your screen. We can't see your screen.
Take yourself off mute.
Tina, we can't hear you. We can't see anything.
I'm going back into anxiety mode. That's why I took the day off this morning.
I thought that's the one we were recording, no? Oh,
Yeah, right.
All of them.
Just bring them all in.
Yeah. But
So you sent us a message a week or 2 ago
Just
and
like,
said
yeah,
that
last
you
week,
had
yeah.
something that you wanted to share, and we said, absolutely, see ya Tuesday.
yeah, so
And yeah, share with us.
I brought my soapbox
Okay, awesome.
Get
and
up
I'm
on
gonna
it.
stand on it.
Get
So,
up on it.
You know, as mentioned, I've been in e-commerce for about 4 years now. Work with aggregators that have like 32 different brands that they sell online. You know, work for a small company, the Little Plant Shop. You know, we're just one small, tiny but mighty operation. And now the company that I'm with now is a mighty but kind of tiny.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the reverse of Ed's Plant Shop. Because we sell lots on different platforms. We're selling in 8 different European markets. We've got our website. We've got an astounding social media presence. I mean, we've got influencers, we've got content creators, we've got this guy that just drives around with a truck and rescues people with a tow rope.
Oh, wow.
And we get millions of views.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no idea that people were so into this sort of like social media craze of people towing people out of ditches. And before coming to work,
It's got to be a Midwest thing.
no. So this guy's down in Florida.
Oh,
He
all
goes
right.
on the
yeah.
beaches,
Yeah.
and knuckleheads will go out there on the beach with their,
Right.
Ford Fiesta, and they get themselves stuck.
Yes.
So
They
he's
ignore the soft sand sign.
Yeah.
So he puts on his superhero cape and he goes out there and he yanks people out of the sand with this tow rope, and then he takes footage and people just go apey over
Yeah.
it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Right. So we have like this massive social media following. Well, scam artists have gotten privy to it and they have cloned us
Yes.
on the social medias. So they took our pictures, they took our content, they actually took the video of the guy yanking the guy out of sand and put their name on top, but it's slightly different. So we're Rhino USA Inc. They're just Rhino USA.
Oh,
So the
okay.
logo is the same, the content is the same. The difference is that the followers are different. So like when you go on our official website, you'll see that we have almost 1 million followers.
Wow.
And, it's a great presence.
Right.
Well, when you go on the fake site, they have like 4 followers. Okay, so big red flag there. But what the fake people are doing is they created a fake website for us now too.
Oh, no.
So what they did was they cloned our website identically. I mean, down through the pop-ups that show up, the checkout screens, all of the products, the pricing, the discounts that we offer, the login screens. I mean, if you didn't know that you were looking at a fake website, you would be totally
Right. You'd be
Yeah.
putting in that credit card information,
Yeah.
right?
So, okay. So that's step 2 of the process. Now, step 3 is that they put out a viral post on Facebook offering our retractable ratchets for like $19 a piece.
Oh, no.
They're $75
Yeah.
for a set. So,
I feel like people are starting to catch on to that.
yeah.
Just because obviously I'm a TikToker, right? And you see these things and they're like, oh, 2 for $20. And you're like, no way.
It's gotta be too good to be true.
Yeah, if it's too good to be true, it probably is, right?
But so many people don't get that. And
That's
so
terrible.
with our call volume throughout a week is maybe 300 calls all week. Right now, we're at 350 calls a day.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
And the majority of them are people that have fallen victim. And
Oh,
they call up
no.
and they say, well, how am I supposed to do? Or how am I supposed to know that this was a fake site? And, so every day we're telling people, just be diligent. When you do click on an ad on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, when it directs you someplace other than that platform,
Right.
look at the URL. I
Yeah,
mean, just,
yeah.
take a
What's
second.
a URL?
Okay, that's
Some
like
people may not know that.
So that's the website at the top.
Right.
So it'll redirect you, especially if it's a fake site. It'll take you to a browser on your phone because a lot of people are just scrolling.
Right.
They're sitting there at 2:00 in the morning in their underwear, scratching
Petting
their
their
butt.
cat.
Yeah, doing all of those things all at once, and they're like, "Hey, this would be a really great time to buy these, super cheap ratchet straps."
Yeah.
So then you click, and then you go to the fake site. And the first thing that should make you very wary is if they direct you to a different site. Most reputable online companies have a Facebook shop that
Right.
is integrated right into Facebook.
Right.
So if they're advertising on Facebook, they should be able to sell on Facebook as well. So if you're getting taken off, red flag, maybe stop,
Yeah.
think about it. Is it too good to be true?
Yeah.
And then take the next step. And then when you get to that next screen, just start thinking about it. How much does it cost to make this product?
Right.
So I almost got duped, but I caught myself. I was looking at a power inverter for camping, and it was one that I had looked at before. It's like a $300 inverter. And it said that it was like $140. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, maybe it's a closeout sale.
Sure.
Maybe because it's camping season.
A new one's coming next year
Yeah,
or whatever.
this is, last year's models, or there's improvements or whatever. And so I clicked. I'm like, yeah, inverter, you're coming my way. And then the URL at the top was like supersaver.com. And I'm like, whoa, no.
Yeah.
We're not doing super saver stuff. And a lot of what I've seen, so as of right now, we have documented 17 fake accounts that are pretending to be us on Facebook.
Stop. That's so crazy.
17.
We have 5. I thought that was bad.
We have 5?
We have 5.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Well, we're basically famous.
Well, I know that, but holy shit.
I always have to watch them and make sure that they don't, comment. I've seen that they comment on people's things, and I have to go back and delete it and make sure it's from us. And
Oh, that's terrible.
there's a lot. It's a lot. It's a full-time job.
You know what?
It really is.
You know what pisses me off too is like my phone rings and it's a local number.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the next town over. And I answer it thinking maybe it's the vet or, somebody.
It's not.
I just saw a girl I went to school with the other day. I was like, maybe it's her because I haven't changed my phone number since high school. And it's, this is so-and-so for something, credit card debt. And I was like, I am so pissed right now.
Yeah, for even answering it.
I'm so pissed.
It's a local number.
Right.
So it automatically instills that trust.
Yep.
Right.
And the same thing with online is when you see a logo that you're just used to seeing.
Yep.
Right.
Like, I know the Rhino logo. I look at it every single day. So how could this be fake?
Yeah.
And then it's just like,
It's awful.
it's the same thing.
I wish these people would just go get a real job. They probably look at it as a real job, But
They're making enough money. So, I mean, we've had a segregated approach to this. We're going to separate it from the company and treat it as its own problem, not try to incorporate it. Just say, okay, we're going to deal with them legally.
Yeah.
And then we also have to do some sort of win-back campaign. And it's like, well, now the problem is, how are we going to prove that we are
you are who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, my team, they sit there and they answer the calls all day. I don't know how they do it because
I'm sure there's upset people or what happened here. How
Yeah.
I'm not getting my order.
yeah.
Right.
and, they make us be the bad guy.
Right.
It's like the only thing that could possibly make us the bad guy is that we're not going to be able to honor that price.
Right.
Because it's just ridiculous. And then they'll yell and they'll scream, and then some people think it's a joke. And then so the mental attrition for my team has just plummeted.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
like if people just knew to take a couple steps before buying online, definitely check, the website, check the credibility of the Facebook page. If you're shopping on Facebook, make sure you don't order from anybody that has less than 3,000 followers.
Yeah.
Because, even though they might be a new storefront or something, it's still a little,
Right.
you
Right.
want to make sure that you're going to be covered.
Not 4 followers, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. 4 followers, and it's just repetitive. It's like the next new one that pops up, it's the same thing. It's the same copy paste of our logo. It's the same copy paste of the banner. Well, the one that I caught yesterday was actually a picture of the guy that's out there pulling the Jeep out of the sand. And I said, well, now we have a different issue. It's not so much that they're just trying to pretend to be us as a corporation.
Right.
They're trying to be poor Wes out there.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, poor Wes. Oh,
Poor Wes.
he's just out there trying to tow people.
I know, he's out there in his flip-flops looking like a hunk in the sand. And I'm like,
Jeez.
there's only one Wes.
Not me Googling poor Wes, hunk in the sand. Hold, please.
Be right back.
Be right back. And pause.
And we
That's
could put the
terrible.
let's all go to the lobby song.
Oh, there you
And then
go.
we could all
Yeah.
look at Wes and his fantastic calves. No.
Fantastic calves.
Oh,
Wait, now I really
now
am
we really
Googling.
gotta go. Shoot.
Let's all go to the lobby.
But make sure we're going to the real one, please.
Yeah, no, yeah, for
We
sure.
don't want fake Wes.
No fake Wes.
No fake Wes.
Fake Wes wears
So
Crocs.
my dad just did that a few weeks ago. He brought me his laptop and he said, "Hey, this tool is $24.99. It's usually whatever, $100, I'll say.
$500.
Yeah." He said, "Is this legit?" So I start to look and I click on it and we open it up and it says it's taking you to an external site or whatever, right? I go, "You know what? No, I don't think so, Dad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it off of there." And he goes, "Oh, okay." That was,
Thank
I'm
God
glad that
he's
he
so
asked.
easy.
And they're good, and so is my husband. Like if anything, just look. Then we both look at it together. Like
Yeah.
ooh, and you just because one person will see. Just ask someone. Ask someone that might know, or just have someone else take a look at it.
For
What do you
sure.
think about this? And another one, we started putting in our credit card for something to buy something. And there was no lock. to let you know, encrypted.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that too?
Yeah.
Make sure, look on your browser, right on the top or by the website, and make sure there's a lock. I started typing stuff in. I'm like, whoa, wait, there's no lock. What is going on? So I ended up just calling the company, and I don't even think I was on the right website when I was doing it.
It was probably a mirrored one like that.
Yeah. And I can't remember. It was like for a parking ticket, but we ended up like winning it. Because
you won your ticket?
We won. We
your
won.
red light ticket?
No, a parking ticket. A parking ticket in Miami we won. Because the kids paid.
Oh.
So, but they sent a picture of Steven's car and said they never paid, so I just had to send it. But I went onto a site and started typing it in like I was going to pay it, and I was like, "Oh, whoa, this is not the site." So I went back and called them, and they said, "Oh, all you have to do is prove it by just email us their receipts," and that's what we did. But I almost just went and paid it because that's the mom I am.
I know.
My children make mistakes, and I go, "It's okay, mom's got a credit card." No, I'm just kidding. I went to a site that I must have just typed in the wrong thing, but it looked exactly the same, and I was like, "Oh shoot!" But the lock.
Yeah, the lock.
The
so
padlock.
I just had to go through something similar because I've been contesting this stupid toll fee from North Carolina from November. So I was not in North Carolina in November. I said, well, it's $78. And I said, well, no, I wasn't there in November. You guys are goofy.
Yeah.
And then I said, I want to see a picture of my license plate, where it was taken. And they wouldn't give me anything.
Oh, that's like the biggest red flag ever.
Yeah.
Because if it's a toll company, they're like, here you go. Give us our money.
Well, I'm definitely used to like Illinois. It's like, oh, yeah, here's a picture of you. You're right there. Or
You're
like
right
in
there.
Kentucky.
You're picking your nose. You can see it in the camera.
Oh, I'm having a great hair day that day.
Yeah.
And then and it just... North Carolina was so sketchy about it. And we went back and forth for probably 2.5 months on it.
Oh my gosh.
And then finally they said, we're sending you to collections with like this legal form. I was like, yeah, but your website is so sketchy. It wasn't well, for one, I don't recall being in North Carolina in November, but hey, I get it round. But it was a sketchy website. Totally sketchy.
You would think that they would have no problem releasing a picture of your car going through a toll.
Or at least let me know where the hell in North Carolina I was on any given date. I mean, I feel like that shouldn't be that hard because they have the evidence, apparently.
Right.
But, yeah. So
I would probably just go back to North Carolina just to take them to court just so I could see the picture.
I want to see what I was wearing that day.
Yeah.
If my
Did
car
I look
was
good?
clean. Did I have eagle poop on my car? Because that'll really solidify that I was there on a certain
smeared from
day.
the rain.
Another thing that I have noticed is that my antivirus is doing a really great job of snagging fraudulent websites. So all the customers that, reach out to us and say, hey, we're a victim, this is the website that we went to, when they send me over the link, I try to pull it up in my browser. And my antivirus says, no, it's a fake site, fraud site,
So that's worth investing in that.
So I have a
But
free
not if
program.
somebody calls you from, air quotes, Windows.
Just hang up the phone.
Do not buy it from them.
So this is the whole thing, is that I was like, this is the cheapest antivirus. It probably doesn't do anything, right? And installed it probably 3 years ago when I got the laptop, and it has snagged so many fake websites. And it's
That's
free.
good to know.
I mean, it's free. It doesn't, and I don't know if I should say the name, but Avast.
Yeah.
And they have a paid version. I mean, you could go all out and get the super deluxe, Cadillac with the seat warmer, but I mean, my econo model works really good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Do you know that my new car, the back seat has coolers and heaters?
Does it
Seat
really?
warmers.
I'm going to lay down back
You can
there.
let's just
defrost
go
in
sit
my
out
back
there.
seats.
You can de-thaw.
You can de-thaw in my back seats.
You can put the frozen bread back there.
Yeah.
By the time you get to where you're going, you got a
It'll be
toasted
defrosted.
loaf.
Yeah. Just add some cheese. You have some grilled cheese.
Yeah, so I had a vintage BMW, and it had like a cooler in the armrest.
Really?
Oh my
A
gosh.
cooler?
Yeah, it was like a cooler. So it had like these two super deep bucket seats, and then in the armrest, the way that the air
For a
conditioning...
6-pack?
Yeah,
I love that.
it was sweet. was a bitchin' car.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on season 6 of Gilmore Girls right now. Just started season 6 today. Thank you very much. Don't nobody ruin it for me. And Rory does a lot of underage drinking in that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
In the back seat with the 6-pack.
Well, no, but it just made me think of it.
How old is this show?
I believe season 6 is 2005, 2006.
So how old would Rory be now?
I think she's my age. 40,
Now.
40 something.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen that show.
No, well, I had never seen it either, and it is so good. And my husband started watching it with me, but then I couldn't wait for him any longer, so I started watching ahead. And I'm like, oh my God, babe, Lorelai and Luke are finally dating. You know, like, so, and he's like, oh, well, I knew they were going to get together, you know?
Oh man, that's
So, yeah.
relationship goals.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is. It is. We watch Murder on Sundays.
Yeah.
We don't watch Gilmore.
Well, he just started that Bloodline. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Bloodline.
It sounds gory.
So it's not, I mean, it is kind of, but have you ever seen Ozark?
Yeah.
Very similar.
Oh.
Very similar to Ozark. And I believe it came out before Ozark. But he's been watching that, which I told him to watch Ozark forever ago, and he didn't want to.
I got the same pushback from Philip. He goes, I don't want to watch that because Jason Bateman's in it. And I said,
I love Jason
but,
Bateman.
and it's like everybody loves him. How could you not like
yeah,
him?
he
Come
doesn't like
on.
Jason Bateman.
Well, I don't
That's your
think-
first red flag.
I don't think he liked him in Arrested Development.
Oh, I never watched that show.
So it was
okay.
kind of like, come on, just come on.
Good to know not to watch that show.
Come on, you're going to like it.
Yeah.
You're going to like it. And then he was more hooked on it than I was.
Yeah.
I said, all right, see. you're
Ozark
just-
was so good.
Oh, I know.
Did you like the ending? Don't talk about it because we don't want to spoil it for people, but the ending was very controversial. Either you loved it or you hated it.
I was surprised,
Yeah,
disappointed,
I loved it.
and it just seemed like it set it up for a spinoff.
Well, yeah,
Like,
maybe
there's
a
something
continuance.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of shows do that because they never know what the future holds, right? Like Gilmore
Exactly.
Girls is 7 seasons, but then they have the Gilmore Girls.
Oh, is that a
Gilmore Girls,
thing?
you know, like they came back. So it's like you never know.
So is the next step the Gilmorist girls?
Yeah, I guess. The Gilmorist girls.
They live
Meredith
over
is
on
just
Gilmore.
sitting here like, I have no clue. I
Nope,
don't watch
don't watch
TV.
shit.
It's
anything.
okay.
Oh, that's so funny. Have you guys seen the new pistachio chocolate bar on TikTok also?
Shells or no shells?
There's no shells.
No.
So I forget what the stuff is called, but it's phyllo dough that's shredded, and they cut it up into little pieces, and then they toast it with butter, okay? And then they put in, Meredith is already disgusted. And then they put pistachio cream, and they say, think of like Nutella, but pistachio flavor. They put that in there with some tahini,
Stop. Ew.
tahini that you put. You know what tahini is?
yeah.
It's sesame
Yeah.
seed
Yeah.
paste.
Isn't this just
So you
kinda
mix-
like a weird baklava?
Baklava.
Baklava.
Okay, but you gotta see the pieces of phyllo dough are like shredded. Like it's not sheets.
I'm putting my phone closer to you so that
Hold
when I
on.
TikTok tonight,
You know what?
it will bring
this
it up
is,
a video.
This is what we're gonna do. Hold on, because I just watched a video
While she's
on it.
looking, 2 months ago, I got a letter that we either had to like overlap our insurance because I have a new job, right? I work with Cass again. And we had to overlap our insurance or get COBRA. So for 1 month, less than 4 weeks, we needed something to bridge the gap. And so they said, go on this website. So I'm typing it in and it looks exactly like a COBRA or whatever it was that I had to go on for insurance. And it says, enter your information, all this. So I enter all my information and I hit submit. And within 15 seconds, I started getting a phone call. I was like, oh no, what did I do? So I pick it up because I was like, okay, well, this obviously is what I submitted. So let's just see what this is. Hi, this is so-and-so from blah, blah, blah. You were interested in, and it was a sales website.
no.
I have been dealing with hundreds of calls,
Oh no.
text messages. Somehow I didn't get any emails though, even though I think I probably had to put my email in there. And so I just keep hitting delete and report junk, delete and report
Oh,
junk.
sick.
And it is
boy.
like never ending. Wow, was that a
Minus the
mistake?
politicians.
Lesson
I get so
learned. I
many.
got
Mine
that
is steel
too.
buildings.
Okay, I'm gonna make you
Steel
guys watch
building.
this video.
All right.
I'm going to turn my volume up. Hold
Put it
on.
up to the microphone.
Yeah.
Anymore. I've been watching people enjoying this viral pistachio chocolate bar only sold in Dubai. I had to try make it.
She's just eating it right now.
Little ASMR.
Yeah.
And it was everything I dreamt it would be. The
You
filling is
dream of
kataffi.
eating?
I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
See the phyllo
Shredded
dough?
phyllo dough that you can find at
Looks
your
like
local
shreds.
Mediterranean or Middle Eastern market.
She's
Toast
fried it up.
with a few pats of butter until it gets nice and brown. We are adding pistachio cream. Think Nutella with pistachios and tahini. And mix until you get this. And let me tell you, I could have just eaten this bowl with a spoon. I really tried to
I don't
mimic the
know.
original.
You don't know?
melted milk
I don't know.
chocolate.
You guys aren't
Use dark
intrigued
chocolate
by
or
it?
semi-sweet if that's your favorite.
I have
They
mixed
also had
emotions.
dark green and yellow orange
She's making the
design on
chocolate bar
theirs,
fancy.
So I tried my best to
And this
keep
is
the same.
Suzy.
Pour in your melted
SUZY on
chocolate.
TikTok.
Be sure to shake off the excess.
She's,
and
like,
leave
made the
one
best looking
coating
one.
as best as you can. Chill
It
to let
seems
it
like
set.
so much work.
Spoon in your pistachio kataffi filling. Add the final layer of chocolate. Spread it evenly. Fridge for about an hour. Detach from the molds. And voila.
Look at how good it looks.
I don't know
Yum.
about that.
Recipe is in the caption. I hope it came close.
I
can't take
want
anymore.
it.
I've been
Listen to
watching
her
people
eat it
enjoying
again.
This viral pistachio chocolate bar only sold in Dubai.
Are we watching it again? I'm turning down your microphone, Cass.
I think it sounds like this.
Dude, I'm going to make those.
Okay.
And you're going to try it.
Oh, I will. I
Yeah.
will do it. Yeah.
I bet they're freaking delicious.
Is it
It's
kind of
almost
like a
toasted
Butterfinger?
Right? Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was kind of picturing.
I don't
it.
know.
It don't. It doesn't look like a Butterfinger. It just the texture and stuff looks like it would
Yeah.
be. What were you gonna say, Nikki?
Like one of those haystack things.
Oh, haystacks.
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
yeah.
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Right now, I want crunchy food.
That I've seen it like 4 times, and she made it look the best. Like everybody else's was real messy. Like probably because they couldn't wait to let it chill. They were just eating it.
Pop it out of the mold. It's like
They're like toddlers at Halloween. They just have it everywhere.
Maybe they put too much filling in it. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It wasn't sticking together as good as hers did.
Where do you even get this pistachio cream?
So well, she said you can order or get the phyllo dough from like a Mediterranean store, and I bet you can get the pistachio cream from there too. I'm sure you could go on Amazon and order both. Just make sure it's really Amazon when you order it.
yeah. Make sure it has the lock. Make sure
Don't
it's
you
your
go
account.
to the fake Amazon.
Yeah, I want to eat that.
Amazon.
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 No. So when you compile it, make sure that there's a full taste test. Maybe
Yes.
that could be an episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
And
invite her
but
back.
you have to do the crunching into
Yes.
the microphone.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do
Like, I'm
ASMR.
And then do a video like really close to your face.
We'll get
No,
that.
we don't want to get
microphone.
that. We don't want to
We
get
got to
that
get this
close.
microphone going. That's the one
Yeah.
that's all the way around. Yeah, that one's a
Yeah.
good one. It's like
Yeah.
we can barely put it on like 0.2 volume.
Yeah.
Because if we put it up any higher, our laughs are like like really loud.
It's
in
like my
people's ears.
bidet. You can only turn it to 2. Otherwise, it power washes your
Oh, that
butthole
was
right
such
off.
a weird reference.
I was gonna say, how did we go from eating chocolate to bidet?
This is how our minds work.
Now I'm jealous.
Yeah, she's jealous because she's camping. She doesn't have anything to
no
wash her butt.
bidet. No bidet. You just go down by the bullfrogs.
Yeah.
That'll
Ask
take
the
care
little
of
boys
it.
to help me.
Let me borrow that pole.
What else have you seen in the Wi-Fi world, I should say, or whatever?
In the
the
wild and wonderful
Well, yeah.
world of the internet.
Yeah.
So it just seems like there's trends.
Okay.
Lots of people get so stuck on a TikTok trend.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like for instance, we had a reel or whatever they're called on TikTok. I don't even do TikTok, so sorry. But we had a video on TikTok that one of our followers shared. I mean, it wasn't even ours for retractable ratchets. So we weren't really planning on having such a viral outreach. And the
Yeah.
video went viral, in the millions of views. And then we had all the people wanting to buy them we didn't have them.
Right,
It's like,
right.
you know, for us, you know, inventory management, we're looking at last year's projections.
Right.
Sure.
We're not planning on some viral video.
Right.
So you could have some hooligan on TikTok just make a video out of some random item in their house. And then all of a sudden that company is like, well, what the hell? We
Yeah.
don't have enough to send out.
Yeah.
So that issue happened right before Christmas last year. And it was like, we were so backsold. We're
Oh,
just
wow.
now getting caught up.
Wow.
And so we're planning on it happening again, but there's no assurance that somebody's going to make another
you
Right.
could make
viral
a million
video.
of them and then it.
Yeah.
Well,
you'll
and then
sell
you got
5.
this BS going on where you would still be on back order right now if they had actually ordered
If
from
it
you.
would-
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just, it's a lot of trying to deal with what's happening trend wise.
Yes.
And then trying to get in with influencers. That is a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know, we had somebody with my previous company and she sent over her rate card. And I looked, and this was beauty products. It was face cream. I wouldn't use that face cream, but anyways, she loved it. She was just like, she was all over it. She was all about it. She goes, okay, I'll do one social media post and one reel, $70,000.
Oh my gosh.
And they paid it. And it paid out. I mean, we made that money back in then
Tenfold.
some.
Yeah.
Because everybody looks to this
Right.
influencer
Right.
for
Wow.
beauty advice. It's like, well, what really qualifies this woman as a beauty advocate?
Yeah.
You know,
Doesn't
she-
matter.
Wow.
She
She
just
doesn't
has
matter.
millions
She's
of
got millions
followers.
of followers.
Yeah, she's not like a beauty lady. She's just some famous lady on the TikTok.
That's
and
wild.
Wow.
So, you know, we just cut the check. They do this stuff and then we get the sales. And it's just like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like the old brick and mortar store, you know, walking down to the general
Right.
store to get your cold can of cola and 10-piece bubble gum.
I immediately thought chicken nuggets. Why? Why?
10-piece chicken nugget.
Yeah, chicken nugget.
No, it's just like the way that I've seen that it has evolved. You know, back in the early days of e-commerce, you know, what's the joke? The guy was just trying to sell books online. How Amazon got started.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was just trying to sell books, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
And now look at all of the obscene things that you could buy on that platform.
Yeah.
There's so much.
There's so much, and it's almost too much.
It's
You
you
too
know?
can buy
much.
my books.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, that's not too
Ooh.
much. That's just enough. So Amazon was built to buy and sell books,
Yeah.
and so you fit right there. But
Right.
even with eBay,
Yeah.
you know, people haven't thought about eBay in for whatever period of time.
I saw something the other day and it's like, oh, in the eBay searches and I go, who uses eBay anymore?
I know who uses eBay. They are some of the grumpiest people.
Are they?
Because for both Ed's and the Ratchet Strap Company, we sell on eBay.
Okay.
And every single eBay message we get for the ratchet straps is somebody very angry that doesn't want to have any sort of reason or logic put into what their problem is.
Oh, they
They're-
just want to say,
no.
I don't like
Oh,
this.
so the
return my
customers
money.
are
Yeah,
angry and
yeah.
the
cranky.
customers
Yeah.
are
Okay, because I
angry
think
and
we know.
cranky.
I think actually Shannon's husband sells on eBay and
Oh,
does
does
very
he?
well.
Sorry,
so I was gonna say, and
Shannon.
they're great people.
Yeah.
But it's the customers
It's the
that.
customers.
Okay. I think
Because I think what I think of when eBay came out, it was
I always thought it was resale, right? You got something old, you want to sell it.
you could sell
it on
all.
eBay.
You could do new and old,
Yeah.
and they have refurbished. So like with car parts, you could do
Yeah.
new or I mean, it's like a junkyard.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think of eBay as. Like, you have a classic car and you need this specific nut and bolt piece for it. I would go to eBay to look for it.
Yeah. But
I mean, if
now
I didn't
it's-
find it at the junkyard, you know.
It's the Wild West. You can
Yeah,
get anything. on there.
anything.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've typed in eBay in I
No.
don't even know how many years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Etsy as well.
Yeah.
So it used to be really easy to sell on Etsy. We sold so many plants on Etsy. I mean, that was our bread and butter for
Yeah.
ads. But then they started tightening up their restrictions as to what qualified as a handmade item.
Oh.
So, like, even though we have these artisan crafted watering cans
Yeah.
from Slovenia, they deemed that those weren't handmade enough.
Oh, right.
And it's like, well, we have the documentation that proves that, you know,
It was
it's not,
handmade.
you know, cheap made in China stuff. This is a one
Right.
person making these cans. So they took that off. And those watering cans that we were selling on Etsy, that was 75% of our revenue on Etsy.
Oh my God.
So it was like,
Yeah.
now we got to figure out something else.
Well, then Etsy killed their own business, you know?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like they're cutting off their nose to spite their face.
We always
but
say you got to make change, right? You got to change with the times.
Yeah.
There's no success without change. Like, you have to change, you know?
Yeah. This was not a very great change for us. We'll
No.
put it that way. But so
Yeah.
then we had to shift gears. I said, okay, we can't make that amount of money off of Etsy anymore. So where are we going to go instead? So you're always looking for different marketplaces. So we went from only having the plant shop open 3 days a week to now we're open 7 days a week.
Oh gosh.
Which was
to make back
huge.
some revenue.
Yep,
Yeah.
which was huge. We have a lot of walk-in customers now,
Yeah.
and then we're targeting more of the Brooklyn clients. But then we started selling on eBay, which, that was
Got the crabby ones.
crappy people.
So if anyone from Etsy is listening, you have to bucket your different things, right? Like if
Yeah.
you have your 100% handmade, you're going to judge that that's 100% handmade. Then maybe like
Then you go down to 90.
90%,
Then you
yeah.
go down to 80.
Yeah.
Then you
Yeah.
go straight from
you
China.
need to have different pillars
Yeah.
then so that
Yeah.
you're going with the trends and the
Yeah.
times here. So if anyone's listening, go change some stuff
because
up.
I really do people have their preferred route of shopping.
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A lot of it's Amazon. A lot of it's eBay.
And you had 75%
it's
of your
Etsy.
sales of
Yeah.
so obviously people were going to Etsy to find that.
Of
Yeah.
just that one item.
Yeah, they should
Yeah.
look at that. They should look at revenue and
Because-
clicks and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And, it's not that we can't make up for it elsewhere. It's just that for whatever reason, it was a niche on Etsy that
Yeah.
we can't replicate on a different
Right.
marketplace.
Yeah.
And,
Got to get an influencer. Get one of them in their
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
with the
$70,000
categorization
later.
they mandate that everything is handmade on Etsy now.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
I never
To
got
what
into
extent?
Etsy either.
I mean, you could say something is handmade, but, if you look at the materials that go into it, let's get down to brass tacks. It's like,
Right.
well, did they handmade the nails that go
The
into
beads, yeah.
the birdhouse that they
right.
were,
The ear posts,
Yeah.
there's so many earrings out there and
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Did they make the ear posts? No, they made the clay or whatever that goes on
Yeah.
it,
Right.
And you know what else I noticed about Etsy, and I only know this from Julia from when she had her little jewelry shop, is that they charge you by the photo. I don't know if that's the same for
Oh, really?
businesses,
Huh.
but if you're a smaller business, you're allowed to put 3 photos on. And then after that, they're going to charge you by the photo. Like if you want to share 6 photos of one
What the
item, there's
hell?
addition. I don't know if that's the same anymore, but I believe it's Etsy that used to do that. And so she had to just get off of it because it ended up being just too expensive to even have her stuff on
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have to.
there. If I'm
as
thinking
a-
of the right one, I'm sorry, Etsy, if I'm wrong.
Sorry, Etsy, if she's wrong. As a business, we have to do renewal listings, so it's 10 cents per listing every 30 days.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
And then if you don't renew, your listing is dead.
Oh.
But they don't tell you that
No.
it expires. So you have to go in there and babysit it.
So
So
that's a lot of listings for
Gross.
some people, right?
with a plant shop, you're looking at, like every once in a while, you'll have like 45 expired listings all of a sudden. You're
Yeah.
like, And I mean, you could do a bulk update, but who knows how long they've been sitting there like that.
Right.
Unless you sit there and babysit them every single day. It's like, are you still, oh no,
Alive?
you're expired. CPR. Get
Yeah.
the listing live again.
He's dead.
Yeah, I never understood Etsy. I never learned how to, navigate on there. I was mad because Todd and Erica were going to get married, and I made this board for the wedding ideas that I was going to bring to her while it was public. So she just saw everything that I did. She writes me on Facebook hey, I love you made an Etsy board for me. I'm like, you can see that shit? What the fuck? It's like my grandma using Facebook. She thinks everybody's talking to her. I don't like to see this anymore. Why are you sending this to me?
That is so funny that you mentioned that. When I was down in Georgia last for work, I was stuck in the hotel for 2 weeks. So I watched way too much TV. And there's a commercial about Etsy gift mode
What?
where you could have gift mode and hide everything that you're looking at. So
Oh.
that would have absolved that entire
Yeah,
problem.
see? Thanks.
You should have seen the commercial.
Where was that 10 years ago?
That's like when you're doing a surprise party for someone on Facebook, you have to just make sure you keep looking
Oh,
at it's
God.
private. Is this
Yeah.
private? And you read over, well, at least I do. You read over it 500 times.
Yeah.
And who you're inviting, you have to make sure you're not inviting that person, but so-and-so can't see this post. And you have to make
Yeah.
sure that it's private. You keep looking that it's private,
Yeah.
That would be for
Sounds like
everything.
way too much
That's
work.
so
Oh,
funny.
it stresses me out.
They did it for me for my 40th. I can only imagine.
That's exactly what I was referring to. It
That
was so stressful.
I think I was off Facebook though, right? So that was pretty easy, that part.
I don't know. I don't know if you were or not. Probably.
Yeah, because I think then you invited me to it after.
Was it
I went on.
2021?
It was 2 years ago. It's 2022.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What did you do?
What do you mean?
We
What did I
surprised
do?
her for her 40th.
Was it big? Where was it?
It was big.
Yeah, it was big. It was in Richmond.
At the Aeon Gallery.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we
Our
went to
friend
the Brat
Kristen's
House.
place,
Yeah.
and we went to the Broad House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it almost got ruined so many times, and I still had no clue.
I
fucking clue.
almost ruined it.
Yeah.
Because I said something about, and she's coming, and she goes, who's coming? And I looked at my daughter, I'm like, shit. Shit.
That must be like the best place for surprise parties because my older sister had her, however old she turned, I guess maybe 40. I don't know. Her
Broad House or Aeon Gallery?
and gallery.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
she's got a beautiful place.
Yeah.
We love going there. We try to
there
go
are
there
so
at
many
least
peop-
once or twice a month.
She fit so many
Yeah.
people in there.
Oh,
That
yeah.
place is huge.
And it wasn't like you were on top of each
No,
other.
no.
It was a good flow.
Yep. And then
then-
she's got the back patio too.
Yeah.
And she plays movies out there. And
Yeah.
there's three fireplaces.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We love it.
And I
We
did
love
the
it.
painting class there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fun.
That was
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly suggested to anybody in the area, go do the painting class.
Yeah.
Yes, they're very good.
That is good. Good times.
Yeah, super fun.
Anyways, people, don't get ripped off today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other advice for anyone before we sign off?
Use common sense.
Oh, I thought you were going to totally say something else. Chicken nuggets and condoms. All right. Common sense.
And
Common-
cold Coca-Colas.
And cold Coca-Cola.
Please, common sense. If it seems too good to be true, there's a really good likelihood that it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah.
agree with that.
And then if you have a bad tummy feel and you feel like it might be bad, just call the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with your
type
bank.
in their website.
Type in their website.
Type in their website. Don't follow links.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're me and you accidentally type in some fake Cobra website, then don't do that. 'cause you're
Stop.
gonna be
Don't
getting-
do that.
making friends and
And
calling
don't go to
everybody.
the
Oh,
steel
God.
building website because like you're getting plagued with the Cobra
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was just, and this is such a tangent, but I was looking into a Quonset building
Mm-hmm.
and I just went on this site and it had a build your own Quonset building. I said, okay. So I'm like,
Wait,
putting-
what is this?
What is a Quonset building?
Uh,
I was waiting for you to get into more detail before I
And she
asked.
didn't. She started with like, here's what we're...
okay, so it's kind of like metal building that goes like this.
A
It's like
dome?
a dome.
Like a half
Okay.
circle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like so you see them a lot on like farms.
Yeah.
Just
What
for,
are
like-
you using them for?
I've just always wanted one.
What do other people use them for? Their chickens?
Yeah, so they typically store like farm machinery in them.
Oh, okay.
Because they're super high.
How big?
Okay.
How big?
It all depends. You could have one like 30 foot by 80 foot.
Okay.
And does it have a retractable ceiling?
No, it's
Oh.
just a big old. So when
Hold on, I got another question. And what will you be using it for?
So
Doesn't matter. She wanted one.
I want one. So when I was a little girl, my dad and I were going somewhere, and I saw one that they had converted into a building, like a house.
Okay.
So it was just like the hoop, the like high dome building of just metal. And then they had this cool porch. And to this day, I still see that building in my head.
Wow, it's
So I'm
amazing.
like, I want one.
I feel like it'd be hot.
I feel like there's a lot of things wrong with the concept building. And I also feel like sometimes if it's like 2:00 in the morning, kind of like the guy that I said shouldn't be buying retractables.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be trying to shop for Quonset buildings.
Yeah.
But so I was just looking into it, and it's like there's so many different modifications that you can have.
Oh.
You know, you could have a narrow one. If you
Oh,
don't have-
I know exactly what you're
Yeah,
talking
Let me
about.
see.
Yeah.
Are you looking it up on your phone?
Hold on. Yeah.
Spell it.
Kwanzaa.
Okay.
No, that's Kwanzaa.
Oh.
Well, I mean the technical spelling is Quonset.
See, I tried to do. Wait, hold on.
local Quonset house professional here.
Okay, wait. It's Quo. Oh, Quonset.
Yeah.
She's like, that's
Quonset building.
that is a holiday.
Similar.
This year, yeah.
Similar.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's basically
let me
a silo
put
that's
my
cut in
glasses
half
on.
and laid down.
Exactly.
A silo that is cut in half and laid down
Laid
on the
down,
ground.
and it's metal.
Yeah.
And they could deliver it in pieces, and you just put it together.
Well, I started typing QU, thinking
And
it
it
was
just came up.
spelt differently than this.
Very
Anyways,
neat. Very neat.
we
Okay.
got to where we needed to be.
So if
Anyways.
you fall into the void of looking at those being customized into like homes, they get really cool.
I bet.
Super cool. So I was looking into that.
And where would you put it?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No, wait, but what happened? Did you get spammed
Oh,
emailed?
So I had in my mind.
Go back.
So I had it. I had like dimensions. I had found a lot that I was interested in purchasing. I'm like, okay, so the lot's this big. I could get a building this big. So I had
Sure.
all
you
of
have
the
it all
whole
planned out.
The algebra was going in my head, and I was kind of getting a headache. So I found this website. It was called something Steel Buildings. So I had everything plugged in, and I did the same thing as you. I put in my name and my phone number, and it said, get an estimate on material. And I thought that they would just be like, oh, hey.
This is how many 4x4s you need.
Yeah, this is going to be what, Well, now they call twice a day.
Oh, my God.
And they want to talk to me. So are
And
you
you're like,
in
I
the-
don't even own any land.
Are you in the market? I said, I'm sleeping in a tent. Leave me alone.
Oh my
I don't
God.
need one of those right now.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
So they keep calling, and it's kind of fun because I'll answer. It's like, oh, no, not today, but keep me in mind.
I love
One of
that.
these days, when I buy that scratch off and
Exactly.
win $100,000, I'll let you know.
My big thing is like, I talk about all the influencers out there. Why can't I be a Quonset Hunt influencer?
There you go.
Oh, my
I can turn it
gosh.
into something cool.
Okay, wait, you have to cut that out, Meredith, because somebody's going to steal that idea
It's too
and they're going to make
obscure.
billions of dollars.
You heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
And if you do it, I'll punch you in the
You
nose.
see me stare at you like I am not editing this at all. This is going up and out.
This is gold.
Yeah,
This
it's
is-
Nikki. Nothing gets edited with Nikki.
I didn't even burp this time.
She's literally just sitting around talking to a friend with Nikki. I'm like, oh yeah, we got these microphones in front of us. I guess I should probably let everyone else listen to.
Yeah.
I'm just going back to my pistachio bar.
Okay, you can have your pistachio bar.
I wonder if
can
they're
have my
popular
Quonset
during
bar.
Kwanzaa. We said the same thing. Pistachio Kwanzaa bar. Well, thanks for joining
Yeah.
us.
Of course, I'm
Very,
having a good old
very
time.
good information. Thanks for just kind of reminding people, refreshing us on, just be aware. We're just always on our phones and on our computers, and we're human. We make mistakes.
Lots of
and we just gotta
scammers
be
out
careful.
there.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Just waiting
They
for
make
us
a
to
lot of
mess
money
up.
off of a lot of people. So.
Dang
and,
it.
Yeah, and a lot of people are unable to recover their funds.
And sometimes it's their last couple dollars, so you just please be careful with
Yeah, also if-
what you're doing with your hard-earned money.
If you're going to buy a car and the person that you're buying it from wants iPhone, iMusic, what is it called? iPod cards? What is it?
Oh, like Apple cards? or something?
Apple Pay.
Apple Pay cards. It's not for real, right?
Oh, yeah, that's
You
another
know,
one, right?
there's
If
old
they want
people
you to pay them in cards.
And Target gift cards. Nobody's going to sell you a
Oh.
car for Target gift cards.
Oh, no.
So-
Sure.
Oh, you never heard that one? Oh, gosh, yeah.
Well,
see,
I'm
we'll
doing
have to
some
do a new
consulting.
series.
And they're paying me in Amazon gift cards.
Wait, for real? Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for listening. We got to talk to Nikki.
Anyways.
No, it's a company I used to work for. And they said, we can't put you on the books, but can we give
Well,
you some
that's
Amazon
different.
gift cards?
That's different.
I
You
feel
know
like
the
that's
people.
different.
But now I'm like, oh, boy.
But if someone's like,
I am a
hey, I want to buy that motorcycle or I'm selling this motorcycle and I need $500 in Amazon gift cards. No, that's a scam.
Okay.
Red
Oh,
flag.
Good point.
But I could sell my services.
Yes, you can.
So my
We'll allow it.
Yeah. She's like shaking herself. Sell my services.
Only if you buy and sell books on Amazon with the cards.
with the card.
All right, everybody, have a good
Thanks.
weekend.
Yeah. Talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.